Theater, and what a night it's going to be. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. First, we have Larry Holmes. One of the all-time great heavyweights tipping the scales at 213 pounds. And up against him, Big Larry Holmes. Watch out for that reach of 206 centimeters. He's also 191 centimeters tall and weighed in at 103 kilos.
Todd, this is well anticipated.
Here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali but never has really gotten his just due. Criminally underrated. Let's see what he's got in store for us in this one.
Pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of...
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fights.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. This is a high-octane battle. It's all offense, all the time. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. What a fitting stage for this grudge match. This theater has seen a lot of drama over the years, but perhaps none more compelling than this.
Walk in. You cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people are here in this place. They will spot it.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Perfect counter lands. Nope, that hook won't score. Nice counter. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Reset, forget about...
Here we go for round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good one. He threw a punch and just got countered. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside and winning round after round.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. It's bombs away. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
I've been in fights like that.
Together, listen, be smart.
On to the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
The straight right just misses. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Do you believe what we're seeing? They exchange punches. And he scores with the counter. The jab not finding its target. Good counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. What a punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Could not be any closer. I don't know which fighter is winning this. There's the bell for round 4. Who's going to be the first one to get caught?
Todd, have you ever heard the saying, the true power is behind the throne? It's the cornermen, it's what they say to their fighters, how they pump their fighters up. The true power is behind the throne. The fighters are the ones that have got to put it into action.
Work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about what?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Those counter punches have to hurt. There's nothing for... We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Nice counter shot. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
You let him back into the fight. You're much better than
Here's the bell to start round 5. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Can't land that jab. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Nice counter shot. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anthony.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knock. Here we go in the 6th round. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Good counter punching. He missed with that jab. He did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. That counter shot lands. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Can't land the jab there. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no...
What are you doing?
Here we go. It's round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Good punch. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
And he misses with the left uppercut. Nice punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next...
Get back out there and switch on. Get this.
And we enter the 8th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
There's a counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. You would not want to be hit by this. Hold that thought! Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. But somehow weathered the storm.
Ring Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics.
Whoa, Johnny! And it's lights out! That will do it! What a knockout win! And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
You're right, Todd. What?
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot?
What they say now. I like to welcome everybody out. looking like skies and binoculars. Two nights live, singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it, someone alongside it. A long silence. A strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise eyelids sublime and save the assignments with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein of gang violence meets the gang's demises, and it bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall with a reach of 216. And they'll be facing Larry Holmes, 6'3", with a reach of 81 inches. He weighed in at 213 pounds.
What a weight difference.
The Gypsy East.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Fighting out of the blue corner from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right, Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is second to none. If you get the right fights, we've got fun all night.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? No defense for that hook. That hook was off target. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
Did you see the nerve of the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Beautiful counter punch. The jab not finding its target. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's all offense all the time. Missing with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Fury in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Wow, it was like...
There's the bell for round two. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Throws the jab but does not score. That left hook misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
The flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small, put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
Missing with the hook. That counter punch caught him clean. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. There's the bell for round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And shoot. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. A perfect counter shot. That big hook doesn't land. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about fury in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need it. Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. Couldn't land that jab. Just missed with that hook. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
What do you you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second.
Focus, get the mind back on the ground.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? And down goes Fury. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your ball.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Perfect count for the final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Confidence away. Go out in first minute.
There's the bell for round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice exchange here from both men. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Oh, Larry Holmes just got dazed. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round.
What you're doing, I need you to focus.
Here comes round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that straight left. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Another scoring shot there. There's a counter shot. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. Beautiful counter shot. And he scores with the counter. This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know.
Come on, let him back into the fight. Much better.
There's the bell to start round 8. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Tried to score with a jab. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Good counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, that punch. That counter shot lands. They block the uppercut. The straight right just misses. Counter punching. They better start respecting each other's punching power. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.